don't need them and do it yourself.
How, Sway?
Take a few steps back to go.
You ain't got the answers, man. You ain't got the answers.
Kanye.
You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers, Sway.
Kanye.
I've been doing this more than you.
Doing what
you
more
ain't
than
got,
me? Come on, chill out.
You
bro.
ain't got the answers.
Kanye,
you ain't got the answers.
Bro, I'm asking you.
You
a
ain't
question.
been doing the education,
bro.
You ain't been doing the education.
Kanye, calm down.
You don't have the answer.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Remo, aka Mr. Restrez. You are officially in season 3 of Let's Talk Fashion. I'm your host, Remo. Before we even get into this one, it's just crazy that we in season 3. 40 episodes down, another 20 to go. I don't know how the hell y'all got me here to this point, because I'm not the in the camera in your face, all of that conversation type, but I'm here. And you know, on this platform, we talk music, we talk entertainment, we talk fashion, we talk the culture, and we just talk about a lot of shit, man, and we enjoy it. But today, we have a conversation with one of my childhood friends, man. We're here with Danny. What's going on, Danny? How we feeling?
Chilling.
Everything all right?
Everything good.
Listen, man, the fact that I'm sitting here with this guy, and we used to play ball when we was 12, 13, 14 years old, something like that. And we kind of now share the same space when it comes to, you know, the culture. So just give them a little background on exactly what you've been finding yourself doing, because it ain't playing ball no more. So exactly what do you do? Because a man ran up on me with a camera and a microphone. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing here? Go ahead. You take it away.
Man, I started doing content as far as like conversational pieces where I'm asking people about what they're wearing. They call it fit checks, doing fit checks for the most part. But I wanted to add a little twist to it as far as like just what I want to bring to the table as you know, inspiration and self-empowerment at that. So
look, man, if there was one thing you would tell your inner child, what would it be?
Do what you want to do, not what they tell you should do.
That's it. That's facts, man. I appreciate you. Okay. And if there's one thing you would tell your inner child, what would it be?
You're gonna be okay. Point blank, period.
That's it. Thank you. I appreciate you doing the interview. If you would want to say one thing to your inner child, what would it be?
Never stop laughing. Never stop laughing. I think like humor is ultimately like the fuel to all of this. Like, it keeps us going, keeps you alive, keeps you feeling young, keeps you feeling good. It makes like the worst moments not even have that much weight as much. So it's like, it's a beautiful remedy, really. It's the most organic medicine you could possibly ever get, humor. Yeah.
Appreciate you doing this today, man.
You too, man.
Love.
Yeah. Thank you.
Sir.
You panhandling fashion. That's what you're doing. You coming to people, you asking them, push your mics in their face and say, what do you would change about life? It's kind of dope, though. I ain't gonna lie. Because when I seen it, I'm like, you know, inspiration and fashion and creativity all works hand in hand. And you kind of bringing that element, you know, all in one shot. And it's short clips, but it allows me to keep ringing down your website, well, your page, where it's like, oh, I like this fit. What else is going on here? So it's like, I didn't think that I would see you doing something like that. And then vice versa. You probably be like, oh, what the hell is he doing?
I definitely didn't see myself doing it either. But, you know, it's outside of my comfort zone.
Definitely.
Sure.
I think it's dope, though. Man. You know what I mean? Let's keep it going. So here at Let's Talk Fashion, we kind of, you know, what I guess, it's not really an interview. It's more of a conversation where, you know, we dive into just things that we like, things we find passion, but we like to jog the memory. So where we start usually is, what's the starting point in your life where you felt as though fashion was something that you enjoyed, that was entertaining to you, or the one moment where you was like, you know, I did something that I liked, or I seen something that I like, and I want to emulate that?
I think when I was in junior high school, right? I'm Panamanian, so
oh Lord,
yeah.
yeah.
So we had these shirts called My Name is Panama. Shout out My Name is Panama. It was a brand. I don't know if it was official, but they had these shirts where I had the like molas, which is like a kind of design that the Indians created in Panama. And there would be like a print of that on the front, said My Name is Panama. And then it had like a crazy graphic design on the back.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a very colorful type of design. And I would wear it to school. And, you know, in New York, like, and I think still to this day, but like in New York, it's like everything is fashion when you show up. Yeah. As far as like even from junior high school, even from elementary school, you know, because our parents was getting us stuff and had us dick, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I would wear it, and then people would ask me like, "Oh, where you get that from?" And it felt cool to have something different because I remember in junior high school, everyone at the time was wearing like Jabot pieces.
Like
it was Guess,
7, 8, 9, around there. Okay, that makes sense. So you had like basically some shit that nobody had because you got it from over the waters.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of fly. Because, you know, I used to tell people all the time, like, yo, as a kid, it's a lot of pressure being a kid in public school, having to dress and go to school every day without either getting teased or you wearing the same shit or like back then, your sneakers, you wore your sneakers. You wore them to, if they had a hole in it, that was the next time you was going to get a pair of sneakers. Take it easy. So you had to really take care of what you had and like really enjoy just the moment that you lived in. So like, I just thought that everybody like growing up in our era, that's not from New York. It was a whole different level of pressure being a New Yorker and having to actually step out and I guess be fresh. Because bullying was a thing. I know now they make it seem like bullying is like a crime that, you know, didn't exist back then. Because it was probably worse. Yeah. People walking up to you, what size you wear? And if you had the wrong answer, you might not have shoes on anymore. Mm-hmm. So it's a little, you know, but that's fire though, man. Is there like a particular person that or something that influenced you the most during that time? Being that this is the 90s. And for those that's listening, he is an athlete or he was an athlete. So like we came up in an era where sports was very influential, music, hip hop. You from Panama, that's a whole different kind of music going on. Mm-hmm. So is there like a particular person or something that like influenced you the most?
I would have to say my pops. My pops was fresh. I remember that very vividly. I used to actually steal his pieces and wear them to school in high school. He used to have like, at the time, I remember Lacoste was hot. Mm-hmm. And he used to have like, it was either, most people were wearing like the Lacoste with the buttons on it. Yeah. And I never saw a Lacoste with a zip up. You know what I'm saying? And he would just have different, whatever was hot, he would have like a different version of that. I don't know where he was getting it from, but I was just like, this is dope. And if I get this and I wear this, they're going to be like, where you got it from?
Was that? Come to find out that shit was from the flea market. You'd have been tight. You'd have been tight. Yeah. But that's crazy though, you know, like, because I think my pops was so West Indian. He just couldn't understand like the urban culture back then. He came over here for one purpose. It was to make money and, you know, help his family and bring his family to America. So the fashion shit, when I started talking about, you know, Raiders hats and starter jackets and shit like that, he looking at me like, yo, I don't know what that is. And you got a small budget to use. And so it's dope that your pops understood a little bit of drip. And then you actually borrow something. I couldn't borrow nothing my pops was wearing.
I mean, he didn't know I was taking it.
Oh, you was on sneaky shit.
He still don't know. I remember one time I got a pen mark on it, and I was like, oh my God, but he had so much.
It was him. It was him, Pops.
Yeah, he had so much drip that he probably never wore it again or hadn't worn it in a long time, so he didn't know where the pen mark came from at that point.
Yeah, that's crazy. At that point in time, though, like, during that era, sneakers was a big thing. And, you know, we always say that during that time, you know, it was so many different options. Nike, Fila was a thing. Yeah, Reebok. Allen Iverson was big during that time. Shaq Gnosis. It was so much different shit. Was there a certain, like, you know, footwear that you know, that stood out the most to you?
Jordan was, you know what I'm saying? To this day. Jordan is the GOAT. First of all, Jordan's the GOAT. You argue with me?
Yo, the kids might have something to say about that, though. I just want you to know that. So why would he be the GOAT? Because of that era, or just in general, he's just the GOAT?
I mean, he was that's who I grew up, you know what
Okay.
I'm saying, emulating as a I had hoop dreams, like most Brooklyn kids, playing basketball did. So, I was looking at Jordan and he was the one that he just had everything,
out,
style, everything.
Yeah, his style was kind of nasty.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I mean, like on the court though.
Okay.
On the court.
When it came to for me though, like Jordan was always, you know what I mean, the peak guy. But I think when that attitude era really rolled in, Penny Hardaway was like superhero to me. He had earrings and he had the shorty, Tyra Banks. He had little Penny. I said, oh, nah. And then the sneakers was fire. Yeah. The commercials told a story. I'm like, yo, Jordan cool, but he an old nigga with a bald head. Like Penny had the part. I said, nah, this is it right here. And then the sneakers was also fire. So it's like, I wouldn't trade that time for any other time growing up, except for like that era right there. Cause it was like, it was no pressure to be like anybody else. You could like what you like and it'd be all right. And then it came to a point where like labels started to matter. So it's like labels came with like classism. Cause you knew for a fact that Nike and Fila wasn't on the same level, but rocking Grant Hills was cool because why? It was part of the culture itself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Then we had Martin and Fresh Prince, and I did the episode, even Jerry Seinfeld was a sneakerhead. But then we had people like Andre Agassi wearing sneakers, and like the culture was so diverse. You could go anywhere and there's no wrong selection. So like being in that time, how influential you think TV was for you?
Very. We used to come home and watch Rap City, The Basement.
Ooh, 106.
106. You know what I'm saying? And then whatever they was wearing in the videos, that had a lot to do with what we were doing. I remember Fab coming through with the jerseys. And you know what I'm saying? Cam with the pink mink. That was a moment.
Pink in it right here. Do you remember? My mom slapped the shit out of me. I took the bounty paper and was tying
try to tie that. I could never get that right, but
without wasting the shit. Boy, I got in trouble so many times behind that shit. But it was like that time frame. It was so enjoyable because like if you was like a grungy street nigga, you was a Locks fan. You know what I'm saying? You was on your, I guess like Diplomat shit. It was colorful, braggadocious.
Loud, yeah.
Yeah, and then it was like, you could be the Jay-Z's where he was like real mellow, but he still said little slick shit. So you'll have like certain shit that, people could respect, but it wasn't like, look at me. I hated the Jay-Z button-down era. I hated it. In order to get to the club, you got to like
grow up.
That shit was one of the worst times ever. Being to be talking music. What were some of the biggest influential moments that, during that time?
I think Fab was one of the biggest ones for me. Fab being from Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? And just everybody went there. We all went and got a throwback jersey that was to our knees. I remember I had like a throwback North Carolina jersey that I used to love.
Yeah,
used to come out the bottom.
Pro cut, dressing like assholes.
Yeah.
You dressing like some idiots.
Oh, dude.
Niggas was like 120 pounds wearing a 56 jersey for no reason. Then the snorkel was big as shit, but the jersey was
still longer than the snorkel coming out the bottom.
That was crazy. That era was so fire though because it's like because it came with hats. It came with sneaker culture. Even though Fab had us wearing like fake shit too. Cause he was getting credit for I guess they looked like P's, but they were like B grades and shit. The shit with like, remember the Clippers jersey?
Yeah.
Niggas was wearing those red, white, and blue Jordans, patent leather. Them shits ain't never come out.
The customs.
Yeah. Oh yeah, customs they call them. Shout out to what is it? Jumpman23.com.
Yeah.
Listen, the way these kids have it now, it's so easier. Cause like we had to wait for the dial-up to fucking go to see what sneakers was coming out. And you had one shot. You either gonna go to the library or you gonna go to a friend house who got good internet. And you gonna print out the first 6 months of what sneakers is coming out. And you had to go to your parents like, yo, Mom, Christmas, this is coming out.
But moms is always down to get them. That's the crazy part about it. Like
I ain't gonna lie, between me and my sister, we only got 3 sneakers a year.
Yeah.
The beginning of school, you got a Christmas shoe, and then like a spring Easter, because you had to go to the Javits Center. You know you had to go to the Javits Center with some good shit at the Javits Center. So that's usually how the 3 went. But then you couldn't just wear your shits to go play basketball, because that's the only 3 you're getting for the year. That shit is, whew, that joint is crazy. So right now, during the time, you kind of jumped into the field of, content creator. Where did that come from?
Man, I mean, I feel like it's forced almost just because of the climate that we're in. You know what I'm saying? I feel like everyone's attention is on social media. And so like, you see, I feel like it's even affecting like mom and pop shops and like, physical retail, Yeah. Everybody's paying attention to social media. So it's like, I have no choice really but to create content, which is good for the most part, because it's like, okay, now I can showcase like what the story is behind the brand, or like really get to like showing other sides of the brand. So it allows me to be creative in that space. But as far as like having to like create content all the time and having to have something to post all the time, that's exhausting and that's a lot of work. But
Bruh,
I feel like I figured something out that works for me.
it's kind of like a form of philanthropy when you do it, because you highlighting people who, I guess, need outlets. Because when I see people do the interviews with you, they kind of like, oh, I'm just wearing such and such and such, but they want to feel good about the outfit because that's why they wore it.
That's a fact.
So it's like, it might not be label-centric where it's all about, I'm label, but I came outside and I want some attention. And the fact that you turned your camera on, put a microphone, that was half the job. The other half is editing the shit and getting it back out and putting the @ names and this person, please forward this. All of that shit is, that's on you.
That part.
But just giving highlights. Because we see people on, Instagram who do food reviews, and these people that they sit down with, they're so grateful because they was given, an outlet to kind of tell their story. So that's basically what you find yourself doing. And, it's going to pick up, because at first you realize, you be like, man, do I still want to do this shit? I don't want to talk to nobody. And you're like me. We're not really like, I wouldn't say we're introverts, but we're from New York. New York, you see these niggas, you got a nice fit, like, that shit look cute, my nigga. That's all right, cool. But now it's just like, we in a society where, not to be too crazy, but the girls be like, oh, bitch, your hair. Or like, they be like, nah, you killed that, bro. Or like, so I think today's society is way more inviting. And it's not even like so much, like, it's not angry as it used to be. So,
I agree.
It's kind of different, man. I say one thing though. What do you feel about today's culture? As far as like, let's start with just like fashion itself and then we go on it.
Okay, as far as fashion, I think we have so much to like go off of. I feel like every era has its like copycat type of vibe to it a little bit. But I feel like nowadays there's like a safe space, let's just call it that, for like different styles. I feel like it's more inviting to like express yourself through the fashion. In fact, like I feel like just from my point of view, the kids that are like just trying stuff, and you could tell that they're just trying stuff, they're just putting things together.
Hold on. I've seen a lot of the trying shit lately, because I got a chance to go to Soho recently. I was just like, yeah. Now the internet makes sense of what I see online compared to seeing it in person. It looks crazy in person as well. But I just didn't understand if this was reality. Because I thought it was like coming outside. It's almost like what they call a cosplay. I thought it was like that. Like, I'm going to an event and it's based around this theme. So I'm going to dress like an asshole. These kids leave their house thinking this is a good fit to dress like assholes. I might be showing my age when I say that. But then it's like the same thing we say back in the day. My parents didn't understand why what was my motivation behind certain things.
Mhm.
So go ahead, like you just seeing that.
I'm seeing that.
It's just interesting to me the way that it plays out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I'm seeing like those are the ones that are I want to say like growing the fastest in my opinion, like, cause I really follow a lot of like fashion influencers and I've seen them go from nothing to something. I mean, like real fast, you know, within the year, I've seen them go from just starting out, trying stuff to like invite to Paris, New York, you know, Paris Fashion Week. You know what I'm saying? Like front row, you know what I mean? Like for someone who was just a kid, that just is like, I love fashion and I want to just try. You could tell, you know? So,
in your opinion, though, how genuine is those invites for the influencers versus like fashionable people?
Yeah, I feel like that hasn't changed. I don't think it's genuine. I don't think it's genuine. I think that business is still a big part of what's going on.
Yeah.
Like I feel that as a small business, a small Black business. Like I really feel like
Black business. We don't do small.
Yeah, exactly. I
Pause.
appreciate that.
Pause.
Yeah, emerging.
Yeah, there we go.
Emerging
There we go.
on my way. You know what I'm saying? So I feel that, you know, and I know that, you know, looking the part is important. Popularity and all of those things still matter, you know, amongst the general, you know, the general. So, you know, there's a pressure to like look up, to present a certain way and look a certain way.
See, but the only thing is I just feel about like, you know, fashion is such a niche community, you know? And certain people respect certain people's looks a whole lot more when they know it's authentically them. So let's take, for instance, like, let's say, like people like bring up like PJ Tucker as a sneakerhead, right? Would he be a sneakerhead if he didn't have access to as much money to get certain shoes? And yourself, you might be a sneakerhead, but you're not a sneaker nerd. So it's like you wear shit you like, but I don't know the name of it. I don't know it's 1,000 stitches. That's the difference for me when it comes to influential and like being of the culture. Because if I didn't have access to money, do I look the same? Is my outfits laid the same? Can I take a $10,000 Chrome Heart outfits budget to make an outfit and then go to Target and do a Target haul and make it look a certain way? These people don't have, in my opinion, don't kill me, kill the messages, so kill me, yeah. But do they have that eye for it? And that's the only thing that I question. Because these people, you know, I'm not sure. Same budget, same effort, might not. But now you put these same people in these same type of elements in rooms because they're known. So it's like, what do they really know about what they're looking at on the runway? So the shit, I mean, I'm stuck in the middle with a lot of this shit, for real, man.
Nah, it's right on the money. I feel the same way.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, you know, it's like business. It's like, this person has a platform, influence because of the numbers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so, invite. Commercial.
See, like right now, I think like, you know, a lot of these brands coming up, New Balance and, you know, Sacai and all these other brands are around. But I think the best brands that are doing numbers are brands with stories.
100%.
Nike was always been deemed as, you know, one of the top brands, but I think that they're not lending as much storylines as they once did in the past. Like the Nigel Sylvester release. It's a decent shoe, but the storyline meant way more to the actual release than what the shoe looked like. Because it's basically like a hybrid 4 almost. Like, I don't know if we're going to be wearing that shit, but like, it was only a rollout of 2 shoes to drop 40 different colors in the same shoe. So how far did you actually lean into the story? I bring up Joe Freshgoods for New Balance. He has the Belly edition, exclusive edition for Chicago alone, the blue, and then there's the black and white and the white and black. But they're allowing him to tell stories. New Balance also has Soleil Brembry, where he was doing he's a hiker. He likes to hike. He had a New Balance with a whistle on the back. Action Bronson has a shoe. Like, they're giving storylines and palettes to their influences, you would say.
Mm-hmm.
But now it makes sense to attach to them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really attaching to Paul George. You know what I'm saying? What am I attaching to James Harden's new shoe? It's fire. But what storyline? I think the last athlete that we actually got that makes sense to attach to was Ant Edwards. Because he was so authentically Atlanta. Like, you know what I'm saying? His commercials shitting on Mello. And, you know what I mean? It was cool to watch. But is there a real story behind it? I don't know where they're going to move with that moving forward. Even like, you know, somebody that, like the way you dress, right? You're more like, you know, that new, what label would you call it? Kind of like the urban new money type of aesthetic. You know, trousers and everything. But it lends Kyrie Irving. Nike dropped them. He teamed up with Anta. They rolled out merch, footwear, but all the shit that he's making has storylines behind it. His family background. They rolled out the red carpet for him to be actually just not a name on a piece of leather. There's a storyline behind it. So this is just a challenge that I have attaching, you know, some of these young guys like Casa not, fuck he know about sneakers for him to have a Nike deal.
Right.
I'm not jumping on that saying that he's a guy that I would follow as an influencer to be what he wears. No, I'm not doing that per se. I don't know. I just don't know where to go with it from the long scheme of things. It's for like, you know, it's like at what point in time do you say, you know what, let's scale back on just putting out items, retros, and let's build a new silhouette, something that we believe in. So I just think that shit is a little bit hard, man. You know? But as far as music today, how do you feel about the music as far as what it does for the culture as well?
Yeah, that's a good question. I haven't even really been listening to a lot of music lately. I don't know if it's because of what it sounds like.
Nigga, you could know you're old. You're getting old.
That's right.
You've been hiding from the grays. I ain't got much either, but I'm just saying, like, the shit sound like noise. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to say it. Sometimes you have to just be okay that today's comes with bullshit. Like, the music for me is, I think what we see is a result, fashion-wise and culture-wise, of the music. Because when we think about today's music, we don't think about love. When we had Maxwell's and, you know, Mr. Kelly, whatever the case might be, you thought about button-up shirts and the air flowing between the flaps and you sing it to somebody, you know, it gave a different look, a different feel. Your favorite rappers dressed a certain way. And I think today's society now, the drill shit comes with the mask, all black, kind of that demonic type of feel to it. There are a couple, Tyler, the Creator, Rocky, I guess Drake. I don't really like to lump Drake into fashion, but he's
so you mean like artists that are also fashion?
Yeah, like kind of that, but just like lend the culture. Because then you got people like Playboy Cardi. He's wearing makeup and eyeliner, and he's giving Marilyn Manson of hip hop. But then when we go to soul, we're seeing that. So that's how influential the music really has become. But just like us, we were wearing shiny suits and Jabot jeans and Jinko and what's the other shit? The bubble jackets, Coogis. We had no business trying to wear Coogis and Iceberg, but Jay and Big was talking about it. So we were trying to find a way to that shit. Rich Young was basically the thing for Fab. Fab was known for that shit, and it was all over Brooklyn. So I can't relate to today's music. But then I can't deny that it does have an influence for whatever reason. Like, but being that we're, I guess, we can now say the elder statesman It's a little bit harder for us to attach to it, but the kids, they dress like their favorite, like, Kendrick has a look.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a younger guy, but Kendrick does have a look. J. Cole, believe it or not, has a look. Rick Ross is kind of like in between eras, but he made being fat with a beard and a bald head cool, like, shit is kind of different. And I don't know if it, you think it could ever go back to a certain, where it's like we can relate?
I mean, I feel like there are artists that aren't as big that we can relate to. You got Joey Badass. He's a young cat that
he could dress.
Yeah,
he could dress.
He could do both. You know what I'm saying? You got Mick. I don't know if you know Mick Jenkins. If I listen to rap, that's probably what I'm gonna listen to. I listen to Kendrick and J. Cole, of course, but like just artists that are on their way, like to me, on their way up, or just already have a pretty good following, like Free Soul.
Oh, you be into this shit?
Yeah, so like other stuff, but I haven't been listening to them lately. But like, but that's why I could relate to them, or that's why I look for that, because it reminds me of just something that I could relate to. You know what I'm saying? And it's just I could actually understand what they're saying, and also just
I'll be in the house listening to house music and what you call it, Brent Fayez playlist type shit. That's the kind of shit I'm into right now, because I think I'm too old to be angry and be like, you remember when you was younger, you singing, I can't be walking around talking about changing my gun clip and all that. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I'm not there in life.
Right.
I will call the police on y'all. Y'all are criminals. I'm not doing all of that. Yo, my ops. I do not have ops. I have a boss and children and a wife. That's it. I don't have none of the rest of that shit. And I do not want any type of violence. I don't want to rap about violence. And the angry clothes I'm not wearing.
Yeah.
Because it's C-19 is around still, but Lord, I'm not walking around masked up and they be wearing ski masks and make it make sense to me. They wearing ski masks in the summer. I know your neck is hot.
Oh, 100%.
Make it make sense. Can you make it make sense though?
I don't get it.
But you just interviewing niggas with masks on. You living dangerous.
They got hoodies on. It's hot.
Yo, listen, man.
I don't get it.
Them little niggas is crazy, man.
I don't get it. But yeah, it's like I feel like when we did listen to like some of that rah, like, G Unit or like some of the angry stuff when we was younger, we was playing ball and it kind of matched that like competitive energy, you know what I'm saying, that you would need, you know what I'm saying, sometimes to get you through the game, or,
So we don't got enough testosterone in our body left.
I guess, yeah.
It's crazy though? You said G Unit, right?
Yeah.
I used to hate motherfuckers wearing them G Unit wife beaters and vests and shit too. So I guess we was dressing dumb as hell as well, because there's no reason why Dipset had us wearing 4X, 3X tees from the goddamn gasoline station. Oh, remember the City Lab t-shirts? Them shits was long and dumb. So I guess we just age out of like, the influence to where it is. We just can't relate, I guess. But I just think that fashion now, it's kind of stuck in a time loop where it kind of always comes back around. But I think this era that we're in now kind of reverted back to the early 90s. I think it skipped the 2000s where like everything in the 2000s was just big and obnoxious for no reason. Like the tees was big, the pants was big, the hats were big, jackets was big. Everything looked crazy. And we were supposed to be wearing like a medium. Everything's like a 2X, 2X, double X. Shit didn't make sense. But I think that in the 90s, you kind of got, kind of like how Pac was, he was wearing Calcana, but everything wasn't super, super big, but it was baggy enough to, it wasn't falling off your pants, showing your boxes yet.
No, yeah.
So
I hear you, because I see what you mean with the skip, because I felt like in the 90s, there's like different styles, right? You got like the people wearing cool G's, and then you got the polo kids, you know what I'm saying? But then you also have the St. Louis influence, you know what I'm saying? With the, Nelly, even some people start the bandana, like, and the long tees and the whites, the uptowns, as we call them. You know what I'm saying?
Uptowns, oh man.
Yeah, so like, It's just
You know what I think never got a lot of credit to, and I never really said it on the platform. They got to give more respect to Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson varsity game used to be mean. I know pants might have been a little tight and he was extra, but I heard he was a nigga too. Like he'd be like, man, tell that bitch stop. like he was one of them as well. So it's like the fact that, but Mike his outfits were loud, but the Mike penny loafers and the varsity jacket is a look of today's time that people don't really give the credit of. That was a Michael Jackson look. Like his varsity, if you go back and look, his varsity jackets were always mean. With a pair of loafers, and then he'll moonwalk on your ass. Shit. But being that you now in the like this frame of fashion, whatever, do you think you hold a responsibility in fashion, or you just like learn as you go?
I mean, my influence is from when I was, in my earlier age. So I feel like Ralph Lauren, to this day, the longevity, but just like that was one of the biggest influences for me as far as like with what I do now.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to like bring a modern
Tell them
take
what
to
you
that.
do.
So my clothing brand is called Elsa. It's a modern prep take on fashion. The aesthetic is modern preppy. And I'm specializing in knits. I'm moving into that. I design everything with messages for you to read when you look in the mirror. So like the clothes is also a form of self-care, self-awareness and self-empowerment in general. So it's like I put messages on this for you to only be able to read them when you look in the mirror. And that's like another part of what I do as far as fashion goes. So that's what I want to kind
That's
of bring
some
to
clever
the world.
shit. So it's like fashion and therapy in one.
Exactly. That's exactly it. I say it's the real definition.
I like that.
It's the real definition of retail therapy.
Wow.
Because, they say retail therapy is when you go and you're just shopping, but like this is actually.
Yeah. It's fly though. It's good quality as well.
Thank
man.
you.
And it gives that that black Carlton Banks, but the new Carlton Banks. You know what I'm saying? Like I fuck with it because I think just today's society is kind of built around this now. It's kind of giving that new money European look. Because the Euros are coming over here and they doing the sneakers with the trousers now and the high waisted pants or the balloon fit with a hat. And I kind of I more enjoy mismatching different feels because it's like we say, I'm an adult now, but I don't dress like an adult, like an old head, like they would say, where I'm wearing button ups all the time and hard bottom shoes. I might throw on some hard bottom, but they're coming with jeans. Or, you know what I'm saying? I switch it up. I can't say I'm casually going to brunch in a suit. I'm not doing that shit. Shirt and ties, no. I'm not. I might have a loose tie for attitude with a hat. I mean, make me feel a little, I guess, youthful than anything. So that's kind of fly, man. I like to see the vision of that because me being a designer as well as like currently right now, I could say I'm kind of out the game, but not out the game. I'm taking a break, I would say, because when it comes to styling and designing, you have to have passion in your work, and you have to believe in what you're doing at the time. So for me, I just feel as though like I gotta design with my heart. So for me to say I'm just designing something, chasing trends. Like you have a message that you want to tell. You have a motivation to make sure I look in the mirror and feel good about what I'm seeing and the quality is good and all that. But my thing is I can't make graphic tees with skulls and bones in it if everybody else is doing that. No shade to anybody else doing it, but that wave is set. When I first brought out Rich Threads, it was kind of like I was making things that was aesthetically pleasing as a sneakerhead. And, being from New York was a heavy influence. That's why you got a lot of the blues and the grays and the, orange and blue. Like a lot of that shit came from the elements of being from New York. But when things start to switch up a little bit and I start feeling like the kids are in a whole different range that I can't relate to, how do I design for the biggest consumers, which are kids? Because people our age, they kind of stuck on their brands that they enjoy. An older dude is going to enjoy the polos. They know a cardigan and a polo, rugby or whatever. They know that's a safe landing space for them. They know their size.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have to worry about how it's going to be cut. Is it cropped? Is it? These kids now, they want flare bottoms. They want baggy. They want balloon fit.
Mm-hmm.
You talk about skinny, they not even with it no more. They not even, you know what I'm saying? They're not there. And that's so many different elements because what happened to all sneakerheads that were skateboard people. And I kind of was designing in that frame of time. So it was like, but we'll get back to it, man. Yo, don't go nowhere, y'all. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back, man. We got some hot takes that we want to talk about. Hey, man, welcome back, y'all. Listen, I don't need y'all to do much for me. Just hit the subscribe button. That's all I'm really asking. We bringing y'all dope conversation, great content. But I need the viewers. I need the follows. Share it with somebody. Make a suggestion. You want to see somebody on the show? Hit me up in the comments. Forward it. Help me out. Hit the subscribe button. Fuck. Yo, let's get back to this conversation, B. What's going on, man? So, we were talking about the way culture is, back then and all of that. But now let's just jump into a couple current events, man. So recently, it was a big hoopla about this whole Met Gala. Don't sue me, y'all. I don't know exactly what the fuck is the Met Gala, the details behind the Met Gala. I just know that it's full of a bunch of black males that was given creative control to put together the Black Gala this year, right? So it's a talking point based on what it's supposed to be about and what's supposed to be represented. And it's kind of like the fashionable black man. I don't know if you got a chance to really dive into it, but like, what did you get from the announcement of the Met Gala?
I mean, I didn't get a chance to dive into it, but I mean, it sounds good. It looks good. But I think that I think it could be a dope situation, like anytime, I'm always rooting for us to do something different that we haven't done before, in a space.
Black power. So we got Rocky, Pharrell, Lewis Hamilton, Coleman Domingo, and then somehow LeBron fits into all of this. Mm-hmm. Shout out to LeBron, because LeBron was actually featured on the Louis Vuitton spread last season. Mm-hmm. And you would think LeBron, 6'8", 260, what the hell? Where the hell they find enough material for him? But he didn't look bad in the joint. And he kind of, when it's time for him to step out, he never looks out of his element. So I don't know if he's supposed to be bringing the athletic, athleisure type of crowd into the situation. Because, we always get the, creme de la creme of the Rihannas and all this shit. And then having ASAP with Rihanna there. And they kind of been shitting on the carpet for a while now. Mm-hmm. But I think the theme is what people are going back and forth with. I guess because it's like, the fashionable black male is the actual theme of it. Mm-hmm. But the thing is like, I don't understand the pushback behind it, because realistically, as fashionable black men, black culture, we kind of always dress out of our element when it comes to the financial aspect of it, because we don't be millionaires, but we be damn sure looking like it. Mm-hmm. And we don't mind spending the extra coin to look in that manner. Mm-hmm. So now the question that I got is, even y'all, the viewers, is it going to be hard for, let's quote unquote, the Caucasians or the white guys to feel comfortable dressing up to the black aesthetic look?
Yeah, I think that's going to be interesting, to say the least.
Because it's like, do you cosplay? How do you cosplay black? Like,
exactly, especially because if it's just us getting fly and trying to step into something that maybe we don't match the
look,
because we are financials, right? But I feel like, I don't know, I don't see how that could be a theme, because if it's just us getting fly, that's what we've always done. Mm-hmm. We've always, the ones that have, this is what, it's a part of what we do to try to be a part of something, you know what I'm saying? And so like, what are we cosplaying? Like, what are they going to cosplay? How are they going to dress?
I think it'll be natural for us, right? Because it's just black aesthetics. But like, what's a white man's black look?
That's what I'm saying.
Because usually like a white guy that dresses really good, like let's say for instance, like a Travis Kelce. he kind of has like a black look to his fashion, but he's clearly a white man. I don't know if you're in the boxing, Caleb Plant. He's a white man that dresses with a feel of black, but they always happen to stand out. But this is the Met Gala that we're talking about. It's like, I still don't know what the hell it is. And what's the actual range for the I think it's like a fundraiser, some shit like that.
Gala is an institution at this point. The biggest fashion event of the year, and for good reason. It's one of the biggest and flashiest campaigns for museum donations in the world, and simply just very entertaining for us as spectators. But where did it all begin, and how did it evolve into the phenomenon that it is today? The Met Gala itself as a function really stems from its roots as a premiere for the Costume Institute's exhibitions. So, to understand the necessity of such a colossal event, I'd like to begin this timeline all the way back in the 1920s when two sisters, Irene Lewison and Alice Lewison Crowley, began collecting clothes that may be used as costumes for the stage, different historical, cultural, and geographical.
You donate and, like,
philanthropy.
Yeah, but I'm not doing all of that. But we're not going to be invited to that type of shit. But it's the names that we name: Rocky, A-list, Pharrell, Louis Vuitton. Like, I just don't know how this works. Do they change the theme due to pressure? Or they just say, fuck it, let's just go with what they have and it is what it is, and force everybody else to feel comfortable in our space? Because that's another thing, I think as Black people, we kind of get forced to do what other people and feel comfortable in other spaces rather than it being the other way around, where we force white people to feel comfortable in our area, in our space. Because, we don't feel no way in the hood. We feel fine. But to get somebody from the middle of America to come out to, the projects, and be like, ooh, it's a little shady out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, so for us, I think, do we succumb to the pressure of the theme? Or do we just go ball to the wall and be like, this is what we're doing, you deal with it? Or you try to, force yourself into feeling comfortable around us and what we do? Because we seen guys like Jack Johnson back in the day, heavyweight champion of the world, wearing furs. But what he had, white women on his arm. They didn't like that shit. He liked prostitutes. White prostitutes at that. He didn't even deal with the sisters. He fled the country because, that wasn't a thing. But the man was the heavyweight champion of the world. He had money. Why weren't you allowed to be accepted of what you enjoy? I could be as flamboyant as I want. I make enough money in order to do that. But now we should change the theme because we don't want to celebrate ourselves. It's kind of like during the time of the whole Black Lives Matter movement. You've seen so many department stores try to give support and lend support because finances were down. People weren't shopping as much. Where'd all that go? Yeah. Where all of those department stores that were kind of like doing collab projects with Black-owned designers in Macy's and Bergdorf and all of this? They were giving off basically some stimulus money that was given to these stores to kind of platform Black brands. I don't see the same effort today. So that'd be my problem with, letting go the rope once again and conforming our society to theirs, And fashion. Fashion is really, it's a tight window for you, especially because, the top fashion houses, they own the top brands. So it's like, where do you fall in between that as either designer, stylist, and, I find it kind of hard, but I just think those names that they have there are so powerful that we shouldn't bend or fold to that type of shit, Yeah. But more new things that we've been seeing is the reemergence in I want to say 2000s looks, because Ferg just actually got a collab with Vanson. Been seeing that running around lately. I think he had a yellow one. He had a pink one that I've seen so far. He had Nigel Sylvester in the vest. How do you feel about, the reemergence of Vansons?
I think it's dope. I think it's, I'm into like, with my brand, I try to bring a modern take or a fresh take on something that already exists, which is the preppy aesthetic.
Yeah.
I think I'm excited to see what Ferg would do with it because he's from Harlem and Harlem is
very braggadocious.
Yeah, very braggadocious. So it's like you're gonna take the color block aesthetic of the Vanson, the racer, type of look, and then you mix that in with like, I don't know. I'm expecting him to put some bling on it, maybe, or like
with him. We never know, bro.
Yeah.
Ferg is very animated. I've been seeing him walking around with them stupid ass cowboy boots. I hate him. I get it. Fashion is expression, but like sometimes it just be going too far. But I like Ferg, and I like what Ferg does because you can't really pencil him into like one lane. He be all over the place. He'll wear like airbrush t-shirts with a $1,200 Vanson. And it'll come together because he's like crazy enough to do that type of shit. But I like the whole, I actually wanted a Vanson for some time because during the time when they first came out, I was dipsetted out, bro. Jeff Hamilton and them type of jackets, where I'm like, that shit $1,200. This mad short. I'm not wearing that. And I heard it wasn't even warm because what niggas was doing? They was wearing Ralph Lauren RL hoodies underneath their Vansons because the shits it's a bike. It was a flex though. So I know being that Fergus from Harlem, it's gonna come with some shit to it.
Sure.
And if the first collaboration is successful, I know they'll keep rolling more for him. So I mean, shout out to Ferg.
Yeah,
and he's a black guy, so you know what I'm saying? Shout out to getting the opportunity to sometimes, lend your influence in spaces like that where traditionally it's a biker brand. But 112 made it look so fire in the video with Puffin. So it was like, give us a chance to do something creative, and we gonna step on shit for sure. But what I would say is that we've seen a couple more elements. Pele Pele has come back around. That's a thing. I don't know if I could get in the Pele Pele wave because the rhinestone things. And once again, that's another uptown aesthetic. The bling and the fashion. You see the BB Simon belts is back. Damn, it really feel like we back in like 06, 04. Like that time frame, 05, maybe 07. BB Simon belts are back. Just please, whatever y'all do, keep them fucking nameplate belts. We don't want to see them shits no more. We already let y'all get away with the hoop earrings and the nameplate chain. That's fine. But the nameplate belts, I done seen so many people get their ass whooped with those shits on Flatbush Avenue. We don't want them shits back. Them shits was a weapon. It was not fashion. It was a weapon. But aside with the new shit that been rolling out, how you feel about, just like Footwear even coming back to that kind of feel of the 90s. You getting Timbs. Timbs have been rolled in different types of formats that we haven't been privy to see at all. So we got classic Timbs. We got 40 Belows. We also got Kith brought out a special pair of 40 Belows with like fur in it or some shit. We got some nasty glaze.
The glazed on.
Yeah, the glizzy, that's disgusting. We even seen the camel toe, the camel toe boots, tabby boots. So it's like, where are we going with this? Like, how accepted is all these renditions of a classic shoe?
The Mischief.
Oh, the Mischief shit is, those shoes make me so mad. So mad, because now it's like you got guys wearing Uggs and the big Balenciaga boots and the Alaska boots. There's so many different shit that's going on these days. But the classic, I would say, New Yorker boot has been kind of slutted out. It's been brought out so many different ways. Like, could you... man, listen, Tupac is rolling over his grave looking at these goddamn glazed Timberland boots. That's just straight nasty. I seen I guess it was a flex. They had the tabby boot, the Timberland with the split toe boot. And then he put a Goyard wallet in between. Is that supposed to show money?
Oh, that's, you know.
I hate these young niggas. Like, I just hate them.
I don't know. I feel like there's a part of it that I feel like.
You like that shit?
It's not.
Yo, I'm out of here.
It's not
man.
even that I like it. I
Uh-huh.
just feel like I appreciate it. Like, I appreciate like the creativity of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Instead of just having the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm probably not gonna wear the glazed, or
You know where art goes, right? On walls and in the museum, not on your fucking feet.
I feel like that's what the new wave is, though. I feel like the new wave of fashion is art on you. You know what I'm saying? Is like runway looks on
They could take
at every day.
They could take that shit back to MoMA. Cause me personally, I can't really shit on Timbs because I don't wear them. So that's why I'm being a hypocrite in totality. I don't wear Timbs anymore.
Mm-hmm.
They heavy. And for some reason, when you try to really like go to shop for Timbs, the suede isn't as buttery as it once was. Again, you selling ashy Timbs. Straight out the box. It doesn't make any type of sense. I don't even know where I would go to get tabby Timbs.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen the glazed Timbs in stores. And then some of y'all girls trying to get away with the butt nakeds. The single no gum soles. Those are nasty too. Don't think I'm going to let y'all get away with that shit either. But I just think as though, it's so far-fetched for me that they took a cult classic and they did so much damage with it. But then again, things come back and they change a little bit. So, Supreme kind of stepped into the arena with, what you call it, North Face. Those $300 coats went to $1,300. And then North Face jumped in the bed with Gucci and they made a snorkel with $1,200 a jacket. And that's retail. We're not even talking about resale value on certain items.
I even seen the Chinese slippers come back. The ones that the girls used to get at, you know what I'm saying?
When they used to go get their toes done?
Yeah, but they came back. I don't know what brand it was, but they're way more expensive, obviously, but on the fashion thing, you know what I'm saying? So I hear what you're saying.
I get what you were saying, which, fashion is an element of art. Because I can't tell somebody what they should look like, and then my body aesthetic isn't yours. Mm-hmm. So I can't tell you, I couldn't wear this and think it's going to look the same because you're dressing height, silhouette, just the way things flow on you might be different, bigger shoulders, smaller shoulders. Mm-hmm. So in that element, I understand. But when things are just like far outlandish, and we say the influencers, some of the biggest influencers are wearing the shit that we despise, or I despise, the tabby boots. But it doesn't look bad on them. But in my mind, it's hard for me to wrap my mind about it that you just dip your boot in high gloss. And it became a flex because most of these, and you was outside during Fashion Week, most of these things became moments. Mm-hmm. It was standout moments. And that's what I kind of push back on. Is it fashion or are you chasing what they say, viral events?
Attention, yeah.
Those are viral hits. But how much do you really believe in that shit? Mm-hmm. What do you feel about, the way that they wearing shit?
I don't know. I feel like it's a part of a trend, to be honest. I feel like there's a trend to be out the box. Mm-hmm. And there's an element in that I appreciate because, like I said, from when I was a kid, it was cool for me. I was excited to have something different, mm-hmm. in a space where, everyone kind of knows what's in style and they're getting that. And I'm like, oh, now I'm pulling up with my name is, shirt and you like it and it's cool enough. You know what I'm saying?
You wearing chaps?
Yeah, chaps, everything.
You wearing that?
I had chaps.
That shit hurt in high school.
Yeah, I had chaps. Yeah, of course.
That cheap half-ass polo shit. They'll kill you for that.
I even had, in junior high school, I had a polo association.
Oh, no.
Assassin.
Oh, no. That's flagrant. That was different. But go ahead. I'm going to let you rock.
Because they came out with a shiny suit.
Oh,
a shiny
shit.
denim suit. Remember back when
That was the almost I know you're talking about. Yeah, but go ahead, keep going.
But yeah,
you might have to delete that shit because for you admitting that was kind of crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I was 12.
It was nasty. It was nasty. But go ahead.
But yeah, like I feel like I appreciate that the element, like the boldness, the I don't care what you think. You know what I'm saying? That part of it I appreciate. Like, but as far as like me, like there's certain things that my style is different. You know, so I'm not really wearing that. But yeah.
So like back in our era, there was like a leader of the new school. You know, they like I said, we had Penny Hardaway, Allen Iverson. To me, Allen Iverson really couldn't dress, but he was the culture itself. He dressed like us. He talked like us. Between the braids and the big clothes or whatever. So he kind of embodied like an era, a time. Deion Sanders was kind of like the dope boy that looked like us, coming through, chains on and all of that. You know, he kind of gave us that feel. Being from New York, seeing Stephon Marbury with the part in the middle of his head and talking crazy whenever he got a chance. So it's like, do you feel as though there's anybody currently that can carry the flag to be like that signature athlete or that influencer in any space?
I mean, this name is going to be crazy to say right now, but I feel like Kanye did that for a while. You know what I'm saying? Kanye, like,
he was GOAT.
Yeah, he did that a couple times. You know, he did it with the pink polo, the preppy, aesthetic.
Yeah, he did preppy with the sneakers.
Yeah, and I mean, he probably got that from Ralph too, because Ralph would always wear sneakers with his preppy looks. You know what I'm saying? But, then he came with the, they call it the hobo look or whatever, the futuristic slash.
No, before we even get to the hobo look,
before that,
he did the leather looks. Kanye has so many fucking moments that, he even did the blazer look, the blazer with the sneakers again. Adidas was a moment. Nike was a moment.
Every time he touched, it was a moment.
He just too chatty.
Yeah,
that's the only
as
thing.
Of late.
I think he talks himself out of certain rooms because he was the Louis Vuitton Don. He was Ralph. He had so much popular moments, but I don't see somebody of the new era kind of holding a stake in the ground saying, I'm ready to take this shit over. Because I don't, like we say, Ant Edwards, he kind of has the attitude and the mind frame, but he doesn't have the look of the aura.
I feel like there's more of a I don't know, I feel like because of social media, the playing field is different. So there's way more different places to look for like fashion influence on a big scale.
Athlete.
So it's like, so I feel like that might affect that.
I'm really searching in my mind for one that's like, because I like Shea, but I'm not going to get a pair of Converse. He signed a Converse, right? I believe.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
I'm not going to go get a pair of Shea Gilchrist Alexander sneakers or wherever he's from, New Balance. I'm not doing that. Who's another guy who's like fashionably loud in it? Like Kelly Oubre? No. I'm definitely not dressing like Devin Booker. Fucking shoes is terrible. Them Book ones, one of the worst NBA signature shoes I've ever seen probably in the last 25 years. It's lazy. They're like old man orthopedic shoes that he got to play basketball in, but somebody at Nike fucked that up, man. Before we even go anywhere though, talking about footwear, we seen kind of like a change in the guard when it comes to footwear because Mike was always gold standard. But now being our age and whatever, I thought the dad sneaker was just a small time where we were seeing like, chunky aesthetic shoes. Balenciaga had the Triple S. Them shits was just ridiculously big for no reason. But you started seeing like New Balances roll around, Asics, even what you call them other shits with the S? Saucony.
Saucony. I don't even know how to pronounce
These other shoes are getting placed in the market now where they're no longer just dad shoes. They're trainers, basically. So do you feel as though like those have a market to stay for a while and there's enough bump behind it to kind of push the Jordans out the lane right now?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like even further than that, first of all, though, I feel like because of how long they've been popular,
Yeah.
and because of how many collaboration sneakers, have been made from that dad shoe aesthetic.
Yeah.
It's stamped, and I think it's not going anywhere. Like, I don't think it's going out of style anytime soon. I feel like it's always going to be cool to have
a dad shoe?
A dad shoe, like a different kind of New Balance that's a collaboration New Balance. You know what I'm saying? Or I feel like it's a wrap for that. But I feel like even further, like loafers and like shoes are taking
Birkenstocks,
like
people are wearing different clogs,
even like I feel like how they did it with the runners, and now they're making a lot of those type of shoes too. Like they're doing
Crocs.
3D printing.
You want the 3D printing? Yeah, that's gonna be the future of footwear itself.
So definitely, I feel like it's even moving away from sneakers now. Like as far as like, if you're gonna get fly, you could just throw on. You know what I'm saying? Like you could put on a pair of even hard bottoms, and it'd be a look with like a sporty look. And it's a look.
I could go with that. I just think that it's kind of crazy to think about it because like Jordan 1s were like the thing at some point, and they kept coming out. And I think Nike kind of tried their hand so often because they got a couple of collabs that really hit for them that they weren't trying to develop the brand. And they kind of seen what New Balance was doing, and then they brought out the Vomero. You know what I'm saying? It's been around, but you bring those out because these other brands running sneakers are being successful in the space. But these brands are telling stories with it. They're bringing ideal colors that people enjoy. And then they're actually bringing the names along with it. Because now Stephon Diggs has his own kind of collaboration with it. Like we said before, ASAP has something with Puma now. They're pulling the names that the people care about and can grow. And you keep bringing the ones that's related to the kids into the situation. It works.
Yeah.
Nike, I got to figure out what y'all want to do. But it's either sink or swim. And right now, y'all starting to sink because I don't know how much Travis could really do for y'all moving forward. Because them Canary ones that I didn't like those. They bought how much reverse checks could they even bringing back the Virgils? Why? Because the issue that I'm having with being a quote unquote sneakerhead in today's society is that I don't get a chance to get what I want. And then you keep regurgitating things that I don't want. But the things that were supposed to be quote unquote grails, they start to mean nothing because you're bringing them back. There's no reason to bring back the Virgil ones, the baby blue, Chicago's, and all white. That's probably the three major, like, staple collab ones that ever came out. Why? You can't even verify to me anymore that the sneakers are fake or real.
Yeah, it's crazy out here with that.
It's like
replicas.
What they go reps, dupes, whatever. Y'all out here on what's the shit, Alibaba or whoever, going crazy, and nobody can tell because you know why? If I got enough swag and I got enough influence, will you question me? That's the problem, man. But yo, don't go too far, y'all. We're gonna jump right into this. Let's talk fashion to clashing. Be right back. Y'all know the favorite part of y'all show is fashion to clashing. So when you say fashion, it's something this look is fire. I enjoy it. Certain elements is dope. It's fashion. And then it's clashing. This shit is trash. I'm not feeling anything I like in this one. Get it the fuck out of here. And it's clashing. Let's look at look one. Let's see what we got this week.
All right. Who do we have with us today?
Hi, I'm Dallas. Hi, I'm Rue.
How you guys feeling?
I'm feeling good, My feet hurt.
All right. Doing a quick fit check. Let them know a little bit about the fit.
Okay, so my hat is... I kind of made it, so I put all the little pins on it. And then my jacket is Guess. My shirt is Zara. My shorts are from a brand called Steel. My shoes are Jacquemus. Rings from everywhere, but a lot of black-owned brands. Bag It Up. Check it out on Instagram. Bag is from Wolf and Badger. It's like a Japanese brand. Glasses are Prescription Warby Parker. And yeah, that's it.
All right.
Okay, so glasses from Shein, Varsity from True Religion, Bro from Target, skirt, I made it, shoes from Steve Madden, and bag Fashion Nova.
All right. And if there was one thing that y'all would tell y'all inner child, what would it be?
That you really, really made it, even though you probably don't believe that you did, and all the accomplishments that you wanted to achieve, you are still doing it really well.
That it's okay to be shy, that it's just a lot of stuff building up inside of you to basically burst out of you when you're older.
That's it. I appreciate y'all. Nice meeting y'all.
Nice to meet you too. Sorry.
I'll let you take the lead with this one. Hold on, before y'all even know, we decided that we was going to do a collab on this project right here. So then he said, oh, he does his street looks. Why not use some of that looks and see what we had this week? But go ahead. Take it away.
If I think it's fashion and clashing?
Go ahead.
I think it's fashion. I like this one. I mean, it's down my lane as far as like the preppy takes.
Mm-hmm.
I like the plaid on the plaid.
Mm-hmm.
And from Rue, with the plaid boots.
Yeah. Okay.
I definitely appreciate the varsity from Dallas. She had the varsity and then not the pinstripe, but the stripe button down with the what looks like
ballerina shoes.
Slack. The shoes. The shoes maybe proportion wise.
Go ahead. Keep going. I'm gonna let this is your take. Go ahead.
But I'm gonna give it fashion. I think she's down the lane for the most part. Definitely doing her thing. And I think they both was killing the preppy look. So I'm giving it fashion. What you say?
I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna go clashing on this one.
Okay.
I just think there's a lot of elements going on in the same look. So I think these certain elements of this look, or for both of them, could be separate. I really like Rue's. I like her aesthetic all the time. She could dress. She could put shit together. For a bigger girl, or whatever the case is. The skirt is fire, but I don't think the skirt pairs along with a lot of the other pieces. And what you said, the girl on the left. Dallas. I just think that everything is the same size, oversized. So it didn't give me much of a shape, what her figure looked like. And then the shoes I wasn't really feeling. The jacket was a little bit too, one of them had to be sized down, either the shorts or the jacket. But it was creative in the aspect that she put it all together. I like the pins and the hat, but she got to take off the sticker. Come on now, that's...
What?
The sticker on the hat.
Oh, the sticker. I didn't even pick the sticker.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go clashing, but it's fashionable, it's creative, but I just think not for me. Let's go to the next look, y'all.
All right. What do we have with us today?
My name is Abena Charity.
Okay. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm all right. Today we're doing a fit check. Let them know a little bit about what you're wearing.
All right. So I'm wearing the Alexander Wang. This is Micah's, and then my bag is Ghani. Shoes Como de Garçon mixed with Converse.
Okay. All right. And what brought you to this event today?
So I'm an influencer, so I was invited here to shoot some content and support small Black businesses.
Okay, support, and I appreciate you. They support me, so I appreciate that as well.
Yes.
All right, so if there was one thing you would tell your inner child, what would it be?
Wait, that's a deep question. If there was one thing I would tell my inner child, it would be to be confident, because I lacked a lot of confidence when I was younger, and everything I needed to get me to where I need to be, it took confidence and self-belief, so I would just tell myself, be confident.
I appreciate that. Thank you for doing the interview today.
Yes, that was a good question. It was nice meeting you.
Take it away.
Damn. I'm gonna be honest. I think she killed it. The preppy, the skirt was fire to me. That's what really stood out to me.
We talking about the ensemble as a whole.
As a whole, but
a whole.
But so if I'm gonna say as a whole, maybe the top. I would say the top is looking more like athleisure. And then, so I could see, as far as if we're going to say as a whole, then I could see, all right, I'm going to say clashing on that.
All right, cool. Fine. Thank you.
I'm going to keep it 100.
Thank you. She's a pretty girl. You know what I'm saying? Good-looking girl, good-looking female. Legs is legging, okay? But the thing for me would be, I don't like the Comme des Garçons black shoes, one. I think that kind of offset the outfit because the outfit top was tan, the bottom was playful color. You can't really go bad with a flannel because it's a creative type of skirt. But I just don't think the top and the top and the bottom lend each other to one another. And then the shoe didn't go along with the rest of it. Like you said, the athleisure. I think the Wang kind of way that they've been pairing things together was with a more like a skinny toe silhouette. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like a stiletto type of shoe, more or less. I don't like the Wang with the Wang with the Wang, you know, that type of cliche shit. But I think it just didn't pair together well, man. So with this personally, I'm gonna go clashing on this one. Yeah, follow Spawn in the comments, and if you don't agree, tell us why, man. Let's go to the next one.
All right, who do we have with us today?
What's going on, man? It's Mr. Rich Threads, Remo himself. What's going on, man?
Okay, brother, man. How you doing, man?
How you been, man? Long time. Come on. We gonna act like we know each other, man. What's going on?
I'm good, man. Everything good, man. Doing a fit check on your birthday, man. Let them know what it is.
I ain't got nothing crazy, man. You know, good Uniqlo joint, good material. Come on, let me get my own mic, man. We got the good Zara knitted cardigan, pair baggy. I think these are Zara too. Matter of fact, we got the fours fitted, diesel bracelet. We also got the Lavi watch, Salvatore Dali. For those art fans, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Appreciate you, man.
Of course, man. Let them know a little bit about the brand, the clothing brand.
Rich Threads started 2012. Currently just, you know, finding my creative spirit again. But right now, you can always go catch me on Let's Talk Fashion on YouTube every Wednesday, every Friday. Come learn, man. Culture, sports, entertainment. We talk about it all. And sometimes, you know, the old heads that pull up and want to talk that vintage. We go there too, man. That's every Wednesday and Friday, 10 a.m. Come talk to us.
Okay, and if there's one thing you would tell your inner child, what would it be?
Damn. Have fun with it. Just have fun with life. You know, like, I don't regret anything, but just keep having fun with what you're doing, and it'll get better.
That's it.
Appreciate it. Oh, you know that's fashion. You know that's fashion. I'm being biased. Let me know if I'm being biased.
You're definitely being biased.
Yeah,
I think I see you do way better than that.
Yeah. You know what? I go along. It's clashing for me too. I don't think I got crazy in that look. It's kind of like we was going to the bar. I threw some cozy shit on. It was chilly that day. I just put a look together. So, you know, fuck you. Go ahead, break it down. Shit on me.
I mean, I feel like the look in itself was like a calm, like it was your birthday.
Yeah.
So
well,
it was a celebration.
Okay, yeah.
So you know what I'm saying. So especially Remo, I know you've been getting fly.
Yeah,
you've been. I don't know where you got it. Where you got the funds for some of the stuff, but you definitely, you know what I'm saying, was putting it on. When we was young, you know what I'm saying?
So calm dad look?
It was a calm dad look, for sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sneakers was comfortable, though. Yeah. Man, I'm not on jury, man. Go to the next. I don't want to hear no more. Go to the next look, man.
Hey, Ninth, what's up? Talk to me.
That's it, man. Let the people know a little bit about what you're wearing.
Listen, Brooklyn Circus custom hat. Bandana, but it's not about the bandana. Brooklyn Circus shirt. Brooklyn Circus pants with the lace embroidery. Listen, and that's black-owned brand. Black-owned. So that's all.
If there was one thing that you would tell your inner child, what would it be?
Don't give up. Keep going and look good while you're doing it, and moisturize always.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Go.
Shout out to Oliver, man. Yo, stop ducking me, man. You gotta come sit down on the couch, man. But you want to take this one away?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, the lotion, you know what I'm saying? I put on the coconut oil when it starts getting cold, it doesn't work as well. So yeah, definitely. But I'm gonna say fashion, all black, everything, you know, just top to bottom. I feel like I like when it has like, if you're gonna wear all black, I appreciate like the little details. So, you know, shout out Brooklyn Circus for that. they've been doing this for a long time.
A long time. In the Small Dean store. Remember the Small Dean store?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And they've come a long way, and I still see an evolution, and I'm still inspired by what they're doing today, you know? And I didn't know, you know, but when he broke it down, I was like, wow, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate all the little details in the all-black look. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely. And I also appreciate the fact that he's very proud, you know.
To be a black man.
To be a black man, wearing black man, you know what I'm saying? And that's black excellence to me. So
yeah. I took that shit. Shit. Me personally, I'm gonna go fashion. I think there's a couple of elements I would change. I never wore like the black on black all the way down aesthetic. So I would have kind of like broke it up a little bit with a pair of socks with like maybe some black stripes in it or something like that. That's the only thing kind of I would have changed, and the bandana thing probably wasn't for me. But overall, it was a safe fit. You could probably get into any room with that and be like in a fashionable space and it'd be okay. So I'll probably go fashion with that one. You know, and you know, over here, let's talk fashion. We heavy on the skincare because we got regimens and shit now. But the key to coming outside is never smell like skin. You know that's the saying, y'all. Let's go to the next look, see what else we got.
Who do we have with us today?
The one and only Jada Bunny.
Okay, let them know a little bit about what you're wearing.
Okay, so my hat is thrifted, my bucket hat, I love this. And then I got my shirt from Urban Outfitters. I didn't know they was stepping like this, you know what I'm saying? But they was. This is my bag that I thrifted, my favorite bag. You see the pattern. Real cute, yes. And then I got my jorts, scuffers, super cute zebra print, you know what I'm saying? Give me Madagascar. And then we got the Jeremy Scott, I thrifted these today. Real cute, real bomb. And yeah, and then grills, Johnny Dank, of course.
Okay. And if there's one thing you would tell your inner child, what would it be?
You're gonna be okay. Point blank, period.
That's it. Thank you. I appreciate you doing the interview.
I'm gonna start off with this one. This put a smile on my face. I like seeing fashionable shit like this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because nothing she wore was traditional. Even for her, like as a female, she still got a handbag. Shout out to Bruce. He said he don't enjoy men with handbags. So she got a chance to carry her own handbag, but like the elements that of her fit, you would never really think about pairing those together. Who would think to wear tiger stripe pants or zebra stripe pants with a camo?
Fire.
And then you throw a Yankee. Shout out to the Yankees winning this shit too. And then you throw on the loud Jeremy Scotts. Wings. We haven't seen Jeremy in the space of sneakers. And so it's like, this was a wow moment effect for me. You know, this is not for everybody. This is a very fashionably proud moment. And I'm going to go fashion on this one because she did that shit.
Oh yeah, I agree. I feel like I was looking at someone who's talented as far as like fashion goes when it comes to it, because she thrifted the Jeremys.
Yeah.
So she found those in the thrift. And then the decision to, like you said, to pair the camo, I've never seen that camo zebra. And then the bag was from a different world in itself because it's like very vintage.
Yeah.
Jumanji. It was a Jumanji type of.
Yeah,
like,
you know, I know Jumanji,
like a safari,
jump in the bag,
you know, and then she got the zebra print, so there's still an element of like camo, all of it's still an element of like same safari.
And it lended to the femininity of her still.
Yeah,
being like she went tomboy aesthetic, but her bag put her back in the element of being like a female. So that's definitely that was fire though, for real. Let's see what else we got.
All right, who do we have with us today?
What's up? My name is Porcelain.
All right, Porcelain. Let the people know a little bit about what you're wearing.
I have on a Carl Kanai leather jacket, this Prince jersey which inspired the whole fit, this skirt from Tibby that I wore when I got married, some Rick Owens, and a Smart Studio hat.
Okay. And if there's one thing you would like to tell your inner child, what would it be?
To keep going even if you're scared.
That's it. I appreciate you. Thank you.
I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna start this one off.
Go ahead.
She's tough. First of all, like to pair. I said this as well. Like to pair the jersey with the I want to say
like the sheer
type material, which is still, and then the leather jacket, the purple. With the purple on the jersey, the purple Savant Studio trucker. It's bold, it's definitely risky, and I can see how someone may see that and be like, but for me, I see gold, man. I see fashion with that. Sure.
Me personally, I'm gonna go clashing on this one. Once again, certain elements play well here. Me personally, I would have paired maybe a denim dress over the sheer and have the sheer as a detail to the look.
Tough.
You know what I'm saying? And I probably would have lost the jacket or put the jacket on, either or, to pair with the Rick Owens. The hat is fire. You know, a nice trucker is always gonna blend well. But I just don't think it didn't give it a concise look for me. You know what I'm saying? The wedding dress with the Ricks, I don't see that. So say, for instance, like one of the looks before, one of the denim skirts that the girl had, kind of paired with the sheer underneath. Now it gives it a layer of look. If you're not going complete thigh, extra sexy, and you want to show that, you know, this is an element from my wedding, yes. But this together in itself, Prince is dope, but Prince baseball jersey doesn't go with wedding dress to me, doesn't go with Rick Owens shoes with the baseball hat. You know what I'm saying? So you went Nelly batters up with your wedding day, with Rick Owens Runway, with Michael Jackson bad jacket.
Or Grease.
Nah. Go clashing, man. But listen, I get it, y'all. I'm only the messenger. Write it down below, man. Let's go to the next look.
What else today?
Capri.
Okay, Capri, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Okay, we're doing a little fit check. Let them know a little bit about your fit.
Okay, so the hat, starting with the hat, I got it from a boutique in, I believe, North Carolina somewhere, like Fayetteville. And then I got this from the thrift store a while ago. It was like 50 cents, you know, nice little plaid shirt. This is Levi's. And then on the socks, it's Brown Mill right here across from us. And then obviously, you know, I got my Timbs. And yeah, and the bag actually was a gift, so.
I see you, man. I see you out here supporting black business. You supported me, my clothing brand, and then you supported Brown Mill as well. That's good.
Yes.
Appreciate you. So if there was one thing you would tell your inner child, what would it be?
My inner child? I would tell her to believe in herself.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Clashing. And this is one of the things that I talk about. Is the difference between being fashionable and just wearing shit. This one right here, she's being creative. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But the thing for me now is, does the creativity lend to what you're supposed to be trying to present? I get it. The shirt is thrifted. But does it really do anything for the outfit?
I mean, I think it can. I'm gonna say, because
the hat looked cheap.
I couldn't really tell from the video.
Because the hat, like when I think raccoon type of hat, I'm thinking fur. Thinking full fur. The hat top looked too thin.
Oh, okay.
And usually when you wear like a foxtail or something like that, it's a nice thick, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I didn't get this from that feel.
Okay.
And then boots, I guess Tim's a thing now, but.
Yeah, I think what I saw from this look is lumberjack, right? You got the plaid, but the red specifically. And then the denim, lumberjack, Tim's.
Lumberjack.
You know, and then the hat. The
fucking lumberjack without the goddamn woods. Get this shit out of here.
Nah, that came together, man. We're going to call that fashion over here, man. That came together.
Yeah, all right. So this is how you make it personal. If the missus said, let's go on a date, she come outside with that. You jacking it or not?
It's not her style.
He said it, I didn't, man.
I think that's her style. You feel me?
And that's why
it looked good on her.
Guess what? And that's why it's clashing. Let's go to the next look.
Hey, man. How you doing?
Doing good, man. Doing great. Feeling blessed. Feeling great.
And who do we have with us today?
Today you have Radio, your favorite charismatic rapper, down in Washington Heights at the conference event with my boy right here, you feel me? Just chilling and being ourselves. Colorful ass palette, you know what I'm saying?
That's it. And we're doing a little fit check. Let them know a little bit about what you're wearing.
So right now I'm wearing my Jobs cardigan, Faraday, wearing my Forever 21 tie. Shit was like $21, you know what I'm saying? Got my pins all on the motherfucker. Got the Chinese Thundercat, got the duck with the knife, got the dragon, got the stick man doing the middle finger cause fuck y'all niggas, and then I got the motherfucking Yu-Gi-Oh! It's time to duel! And then I got the little, little devil cause I'm a little spicy.
Yo, if there was one thing you would like to tell your inner child, what would it be?
So always believe in yourself, never give up, and don't let nobody, even in this room today, tell you what you cannot be, and tell you how you gotta live your life. You live the life that you wanna live, and you do your thing, and you never let nobody, not even your parents, take control of your life. You steer your own wheel, and you don't let no one fuck up your rainbow. You're amazing. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You're amazing. You haven't heard that today? You're amazing, you're great, and you're blessed. God is working on a timing for you that's gonna work in your favor, and just please keep believing in yourself. And don't ever stop believing. Be a dreamer forever to the day you die.
Let's give a little backstory on this guy. It was his name Radio?
Radio.
All right, what's kind of dope was I seen you post this on your page, and we got all the content from your page for today's episode. But the thing about this was he actually was going back and forth with me because of a statement that I made. He was like, "Oh, I hate them fucking boots." Mm-hmm. And he was like, "Well, what was it? The boots?" So it's like the rest of the outfit, is creative. You are who you are in your own space. I just feel as though the boots are trolly to wear outside, and you're gonna get a certain, look from it. The outfit itself, head to toe, well, I would say head to kneecap isn't clashing. It's more fashionable because it's his look. He's a shorter guy. He's changing the elements of size with the cardigan and double ties. It's a thing for him because sometimes you have your own unique look and unique feel. So aside from the boots makes it clashing for me. Remove the boots for a pair of loafers, you have a fashionable outfit. What say you?
Yeah, I mean, I would have to say I agree. I feel like the boots, I can see how they do stand in as far as like his look in that particular clip is very like animated because like the pins on the ties, the oversized, the hat looking like the Mario type fit, you know what I'm saying? So it's very cartoony. So I can see how that can be fashioned with the cartoony, because those are, to me, cartoony boots.
Oh, so he's an anime character.
Yeah, so he's an anime, he looks like an anime in totality. So yeah, I would say fashion. I'm gonna go fashion with that.
Yeah,
but I agree with that. I see
just the boots. Just the boots. But teaches his own, man. But shout out to what's the name? Radio. Shout out to Radio. I don't want no smoke Radio.
Music is dope too.
Okay.
He got the back old school kind of feel too.
Oh, he got the boom bap feel.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the look don't look it, so maybe I gotta check him out, man. But them boots you gotta get rid of the boots. How do you walk in them shits? That's my.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Next look, y'all.
What's up, man? Who do we have with us today?
What's up, man? It's your boy Rose from Harlem.
Okay, Rose. Break down your fit. Let them know what you got on.
All right, let's start with the Balenciagas right here. Balenciaga boots, some Levi jeans, Harley Davidson biker chain. Got the just copped the belt by my boy Elise from Shane Gonzalez. The gloves, know what I mean? Shane Gonzalez gloves. I got on my brand, St. Opulence hoodie, St. Opulence shirt, you know what I'm saying? Van Apparel's bracelet, Van Arpel, bracelet, whatever, you know what I mean? Breaking it down.
Okay. If there was one thing you want to say to your inner child, what would that be?
My inner child? Just be yourself, Be yourself.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you today.
You already know.
Love.
Appreciate you too, love.
All right. Yeah. So what you think about this look right here?
I think that was dope. It's definitely giving. It's fashion for me. I like how he. I like his brand too. Like, and how he paired it with the look. I love the gloves and the matching with the hat, with the belt, all three, and then it just came together right. The boots, even though I wouldn't wear like big boots. They worked perfectly with that. The pants weren't overly baggy or overly, like, it fit right above the boots. I think that I liked the look, man. I stopped them. I loved it. Yeah.
You know, I'm a little clashing on this one. Only for certain elements. Because, like you said, I like the jeans. The jeans is a cool size. Not to be too big, not to be too tight, to pair with the boots. But on the walk-up, he gave Harlem aesthetic.
Facts.
But this look is kind of like a rendition of Bloody Osiris. How that look is. The only reason I would question some of the elements of it is the gloves and the hat. I'm not really a fan of label-y type of things, and then on top of it, it's just white. One gotta breathe. The hat with the glove pair, I just can't really get into. It's not a bad fit per se, but I just think me personally is clashing because I wouldn't wear it all together. I'd wear certain elements of it. You got the biker chain, you got the belt, cool. And the fact that everything wasn't chrome, I gave it more credit to as well. So, you know, I give him half and half. How about that? Do something different with you on the show. We got one more look, y'all, man. Give us 1 second.
How y'all doing?
What's up, G? What's good?
What up, man?
All right, who do we have with us today?
My name is George, that playboy from the north.
Okay. Julian from Texas.
Nice to meet you. We're doing a fit check. Break it down.
Bro, okay. Thrifted, man. Shoot. Thrifted, but I just cut up the sleeves. It's my boy Sid's brand, War is Profit on the pants. Got some Timbs, but I painted over it. Put some new laces on it. Cool little chain. And then a fitted. Slight, calm.
Nice.
Shit, man. Honestly, everything's just thrifted. That's what we got, man.
Thrift King. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna ask y'all if there was one thing y'all would say to y'all inner child, what would it be?
Man, keep being happy, yo. Just keep being happy. I think nowadays people feel like everything is corny. Like just you being happy, you making noise, or like just you showing any expression. Like people think that shit is corny, but like I think that's what makes us us, man. So just keep being happy, man. That's all I can say for my inner self. Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Just as long as you move with good intentions, everything's pure. You'll be all right.
Nice. Appreciate y'all, man. Love.
Appreciate
nice
you.
meeting you. Let's go.
I like the brand.
Thank you. Let's connect.
This one here is half and half. The first half of it with the red, whatever he got on, that's clashing all the way. I really don't understand like where creativity goes too far. Because I know it's supposed to be a message, but why paint on boots? And then when people say thrifted had a certain meaning to it at one point. I was getting something vintage. Or I was getting something that meant something in a period of time. Just because it's an old t-shirt that came out in 90-something, it's just an old shirt. It's not a thrifted, something that you had to hunt down. I didn't like anything he had on there. Like, not one thing. All that shit could go to rest, and then you can't save it with a BB Simon belt. I don't care how much studs is on that shit. I don't care how much it costs. So he's 100% clashing. Homie on the left, he's giving me rich auntie vibes. But he's fashionably loud with it, so he's definitely fashion. I like the shoes, like the aesthetic, and he's cocky enough to have tea in his hand. He didn't have a blunt. He didn't have lean or a bottle of goddamn Dawn that shit be walking around on. So, you know what I'm saying? I like what he did there. And only thing I didn't like is a little pom-pom around his hair. That's it, but that could be loosened up. So I'm going to go fashion with the old money aesthetic and then clashing with the whole thrifted white boots. I changed my laces look.
Yeah, I appreciate the fully thrifted look because the palette, you know, the cream to the green, like, you know, that was a dope. And it got darker as it went down.
Pantone. It gave it a Pantone look.
Yeah, the Pantone. It was nice.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm giving fashion for sure. I feel like the other one, he wasn't really. I don't know if he was trying. I feel like, or maybe he was because he said he cut the sleeves off, which I've never seen someone cut the sleeves. It was almost like a It was a quilted
like a
jacket.
like one of these.
But he made it into a vest because he cut the sleeves, so it was ripped on the armholes, and then the pants was ripped up. So maybe it was intentional because it was a rip on rip. But it also felt like maybe his style is to be very like I don't care, I'm an artist.
Avant-garde.
Yeah, because the paint on the boot looked like paint fell on it by accident, and then he continued to paint on it.
He cleaned it up. Okay.
Yeah, and so it was like,
and the red laces was nasty too.
Yeah, and they
it matched like the
jacket.
I guess the flag on the. He had a flag maybe like a British flag on his kneecap or something like that. But
yeah, I'm gonna go clashing on that one for sure.
Okay, I'm glad we agreed on this one because we, all episode we've been going back and forth, man. But yo, I appreciate you joining us, man. Let everybody know where they can find you at. What to look out for, what you got coming up, and then, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so my Fit Check interview page is The Genuine Public. My clothing brand page is Elsa NY, so that's hustle spelled backwards, NY. The concept of that is when you first start doing your thing, you hustling, but you put in more time, more money than you get back in return, so people saying you hustling backwards. So when they see you, when you see me wearing it, they're like, oh, hustle backwards. So it's embodying the concept of like only you need to understand your hustle. So when you look in the mirror, you see hustle. So that's where the brand name came from. And then I also started a nonprofit, youth development, to help build up the self-esteem in the youth and also teach them entrepreneurship and put them in front of people who are already doing it. That's called We Look in the Mirror. You can find me welookinthemirror.org or We Look in the Mirror on Instagram.
Damn, that's deep, brother.
Thank you.
I'm just Remo. This is Rich Threads. Find me on Instagram, all other shit, Rich_Threads. Until next time, we out of here. Oh yeah, all that should be down in the description because he gave mad shit that was detailed and put work on my block, and I like that, man. Thank you for joining us again.
Of course.
Love.